Our Taranaki-Whanganui reporter Robin Martin has spent the day on Mount Ruapehu, and he found an altogether fresher and more modern fleet operating today. He's told us this afternoon he used an RAL $6 shuttle to travel up and down.
Look, I've been on the shuttle twice today. I caught the last one up, I think, or second to last one up this morning. It was a late model Mercedes-Benz 22-seater. Every seat had a seat belt, and on the way up we weren't exactly encouraged to use them, but on the way down, the driver in the afternoon was a young man named Chris, who seemed to know half the people on the bus. He insisted that everybody put their seatbelt on before we took the bus down. My feelings about how the drivers undertook the journey was that they both drove very responsibly, particularly in the higher reaches of the mountain. They took it very slow. We were down virtually to walking pace on some of those big hairpins up there. I couldn't fault them. They didn't take any passengers beyond the 22 seats. Those buses were fine.
Right. What are people saying who are up the mountain today and who may or may not have used shuttle buses to get up there?
Yeah, well, there's been a mixed kind of response. I sat in the cafe around midday, and I spoke to one family group. They'd actually come up in two different cars, but the woman who was looking after the children, she was a diesel mechanic herself, and she said, look, this can happen. And we had a brief chat about those CFOs, or those certificates of fitness that I think heavy vehicles have to have, and she said that those are really, really stringent, and it's actually not surprising that occasionally they that buses fail them. And a family nearby, they'd driven up, but the father said, I wouldn't feel comfortable coming up in a bus at the moment. We need to know what the outcome of the investigation is before I would step on one of those buses again. His partner, they had two wee kids with him as well. She was more like she was upset about the lack of transparency from Ruapehu Alpine Lifts over the last couple of days. She thought that they could be a little bit more open, and none of these people are forgetting the family that's been most affected by this accident. Everyone's referred to the family that's lost a daughter, and the other person a lot of people have spoken about is the bus driver. Locals in particular, there's a whisper going around that this bus driver who apparently is quite shaken up. I spoke to some people connected to the company this morning, and they said he's quite shaken up. Time will tell, but what we're hearing is that that he did remarkably well to get the